Alright, so that's the stepping away. It's the final countdown. Oh, we're going this way. Ooh. No aspiration above the others. None of them received enough to Gregor because I f***ed everything up. So I think... Oh, now it's... Okay, alright, yeah, now it should show that. Yeah, makes sense. My habit of bouncing around means no one gets, no one gets... I can't even be forced into any of them. If I had picked Bond on the last one, I think Bond would have had enough of Gregor to fill their path. I need to see things more clearly, no matter what it takes. Time for harmony. Whatever lies ahead, I can't shake the feeling I need more clarity. More control. There's only one place I can find it. I just noticed this river is running backwards. It's going up. That's silly. Once, I thought this place might become a second home. Now, it only reminds me of everything that's happened. There's still that deep feeling of history, however, as if merely existing here is trespassing on sacred ground. I suppose in a way it is.
I don't even know what I'm doing here.
Do any of us, Harmony? Like, let's be real.
Sure you do, Sprout.
I can't help but smile as Liz walks curiously about the place.
The Orgral. It's not enough. Not anymore.
And with all the egregor you've gathered up, you're gonna supercharge it.
I think so. It might allow me to change things, change the future, but how do I know this?
Part of every oracle is of reverie. Your subconscious is linked to us aspirations, and the sum total of our knowledge. Egregor is our source of power, just as it is the Orgrals. But no one has ever risked exposing themselves to such an amount.
There's no disapproval in Truth's voice, just cold reality.
But will it work?
Yes, but not perhaps in the manner you expect. You will become one with time itself. Your presence on this plane will bend in ways even I cannot foresee.
Days will feel like seconds, months like hours, years like... Well, you get the idea.
And back here, in reality, I don't want the others to worry.
What if this actually is a time loop visual novel and we just get sent back to the beginning of the game?
To them, you will be present and absent. There, but not there.
Like a cat in a box.
Remember what I told you way back when we met?
Try not to think about it too much.
I don't.
Oh, Bliss. You adorable little goober. I concentrated, and a pool of egregor shimmers under an unseen light before me. I know what I have to do. Before I can think twice, I take a deep breath and dive headfirst into the iridescent blue. We're gonna get an animation for this? Damn. I'm dead. I must be. I'm floating in a void, bereft of feeling. But no, I'm still here, alive. I can feel the power I so desperately sought. I see places where I am not, through the eyes of people I know. I see the world as if through compound eyes, each angle a new vision of reality. I see. They say egregor is lethal in large doses, but I'm built different. Yeah, skill issue. All of them are blanked out. power. I thought you wanted to change the world. I'm disappointed in you. Fuck off. Aww. Bliss is thankful. You didn't believe in me enough, you silly... Oh. You expect me to say? You didn't choose me. Well, too bad. I should have taken my revenge on MK, but you deprived me of that chance. Isn't every visual novel in effect a time loop, just not portrayed diegetically? I mean, sure, technically. Ooh. Ursula is censored. Jade's arrest. Yana's... Isolated and precarious. The Naiads stayed out of the fight. In the spotlight, revolution has spread into the fray. Almost stood against MK. Well, shoot, I wanted MK's internal conflict, but I can only do that with, oddly enough, the two extreme of the actions, it seems like. All right. Ooh, we can see everything but the end. Ooh. Balance and brittle. Balance and reverie. Born anew. Heart of sugar. Heart of diamond. Heart of gold. Okay, so this is the heart pick. Then what is this? Oh, it just gives us a crystal. Oh. I see. So we'll have one crystal here, and then through each of these, we'll accumulate the rest of the crystals, and then we'll give them the heart up here at top. Okay, interesting. So we kind of have... It's a bit of... We don't really have a lot of decisions to make. We're kind of just going straight down what's available. So, no time for second thoughts. We maintained a balance between all aspirations. I hear voices calling to me from the void. Some are forceful, others playful. The aspirations are calling to me, but I ignore them. For now, at least. Right now, I want to be alone with myself. The egregor has given me a certain clarity that wasn't there before. And I think confidence. Or the ability to see the confidence I already had, to use it to its fullest. There are obstacles ahead. I see strife and pain before things that have the chance to improve. But they look manageable. I see myself overcoming them without outside help. The voices change. There's the distinct impression of awe amongst them now. Like, I've passed some kind of test. Time and self-dissolve. Oh boy, time to disassociate, I guess. The voices fade and are replaced by images of places. Of Atina, my home. A young woman buys groceries from a store, waving to the owner as she leaves. As she walks away, she notices a camera scanning her face, the MK logo on its side. I see two teams of children playing football. The ball soars through the air, narrowly missing a drone. It flashes a message. The child has been fined. MK operatives will visit his parents soon. Well, fuck you! What the fuck? I see a man at work on a computer, his fingers typing a dance across the keyboard. He writes a story of a hero overcoming oppression, of a villainous organization named Mono Concern. Every image I see, every flash of every reality, MK is there. I can feel the butterfly flapping its wings, and the storm front changing course. I can feel it all. It all begins here, in the eye of the storm, where everything is still. The images begin to fade, or rather, they are refocused. They all orbit a single location, the center of all the futures stemming out from this moment. The Naiads. This is the locus of all things. Riddle, Reverie, Alma, and MK. I feel my hands, or the sensation of forces I choose to call my hands, reach out. Begin to shepherd the futures. Shape them into a wave that will wash MK and its plans away. Oh fuck yes! Let's fucking do this! MK is going to be relentless in their crackdown on the Alma commune. But Alma stood strong. After recent events, the Naiads have become a bastion caught between two warring tribes. On one side, the locals of Alma in active revolt. On the other, the corporate overlords of Mono Concern. It's an unenviable position.
Saw another patrol.
When?
10 minutes ago. 4 of them this time.
Bloody drones. What are they even looking for?
Not 4. At. They're looking at us. And making sure we know it.
Under Ursula's ownership, these buildings have always been a place for the needy or desperate. But now they're a neutral state in a rapidly evolving conflict. Oh, okay, so I can pick either of these. Ursula's acquaintance or Jade's. So, okay, so it unlocks a middle. So we get this or this. Does it matter which we pick? I feel like I'm gonna go with Jade's arrest. The journalists and the whistleblowers. I wanna go with that one. I reach out and shape the future I wish to bring about. It starts with Jade. One afternoon, she sets out with a purpose. Nora wants to know where she's going. She won't tell. Too risky. A few hours later, she enters an old bar full of men with worn faces and aging bodies. At the back, an old woman. Her eyes sparkle as she sees the young activist. A journalist once, she was long since blacklisted by MK. Now she lives here, amongst the forgotten. She reached out to Jade in search of information. What's really going on? Is there a way she can help? Jade speaks to her persuasively, emboldening her spirit. Alma needs her once more. The old woman has stories to tell. So many stories. All of them about MK and its doings. Yeah, MK is gonna learn. You gotta beware the wise old person in a young person's occupation. She knows the skeletons of the skeletons of the skeletons in the buried closets. I feel time accelerate before my eyes. I laugh as the world spools forward at high speed, little figures dancing like puppets. My laughter quickly fades. I see MK's reach expand. They recover quickly from the events of the last few weeks. Emboldened, out for blood. I love the music we got here. It's a little... It's energetic with a little boop, 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 but it still has that kind of etherealness because we're sort of like disassociating in perceiving the waves of time and massaging things into outcomes. It feels really on point. I'm really digging it. I see houses repossessed, families thrown out onto the streets. I see communities devastated by disappearances. I see police brutality. I see how it's ignored and covered up. I see the fake news and sensationalism. I see a fleet of drones blocking out the sun's rays. Eventually, MK grows bold enough to act more directly. Electricity, water, internet, they control it all. Only by their grace are neighborhoods heated, watered, connected. Now that privilege is revoked from those it deems a threat. Alma is severed from the network. All the networks. Cauterized like a rotten limb.
Okay, I checked. It's not just us. It's Alma. The whole neighborhood. No water, no power, nothing.
Wait, they can't do that. Can they do that?
They did. Hey, welcome on by, Sarah's. Hello, hello, hello. Ooh, still wakes in the deep? That sounds interesting. I haven't heard about that game before. I don't know how long you were gaming, but at the very least, I implore you, stand up, wiggle it out, leave a piss, take a water. Probably grab your water from someplace different than you piss. You know that nice, crisp, cool, filtered water is what I would recommend personally. Perhaps I am biased. I hope you had a good stream. If you got a rate and run, that is no problem. I don't know how long you were going, but I know it is hard work. But regardless, you can kick back now because now I'm the one that has to amaze and entertain. Really fun game if you like Soma. All right. If it's like, what is that? Still wakes the deep. I'm making a note of that. Still wakes the deep. Let's make I box that so I don't forget. Ooh. Love Soma, so that is going to be up my alley. The Chinese Dream, Horse Rail Oil Rig in the North Sea. Actual Scottish VAs speaking the actual Scottish dialect. Interesting. Americans need to make sure to set their subtitles to the English UK because otherwise it defaults to translating the dialect. I see. The one time English American and English UK back makes a difference. Much nicer hearing the Scottish slang. It's pretty cool. The VAs are. That is good to hear. If you don't know me, I am Dreki Ormer, Draconic Serpent, Flightless Dragon, or simply Worm on the internet. Usually playing games, doing some nerd stuffs, or speedrunning some Rain World, depending on the mood and the day. We're probably at the end of this game, actually, and we are currently in the process of dismantling corporate overlords and rising up as the proletariat to overthrow the bourgeoisie, and as a minor side effect, transcending into a pseudo-godhood of some flavor. So, you know, normal things. You're saying that Kenny understand what I'm saying? I can't hit accents when I'm attempting. So you'll get whatever I can throw out, to be honest. Welcome to Ziggurat, Shadney Kenji. I hope you enjoy your time here. If y'all got here from Saras, let me make it easy for you to find your way back there whenever they go live again. I clicked a button, so all you have to do is click a button. It's very easy. There we go. The stream is full of bad. Honestly, I feel like if I were to have a consistent, I would just fucking go full southern kind of thing. Everything's gonna get a bit of southern drawl, you hear? Talking about old cowboys with all their cowboy hats, wrangling cattle out there to that oil rig. Yeehaw! They didn't teach this back at the farm. Anyway, so we basically TLDR without doing too much other spoilers, because this is a beautiful, fantastic game. Definitely recommend it. Don't Nod has not missed in any of the games I played, all 2 of them now. But we have a commune that has been set up, that's been resisting the Monoconcern, the corporate overlord that basically owns the island. And they just shut off everything to our area. Water, electricity, internet, everything. So, you know, normal. Just take note of that for future D&D game text. I mean, it's not inaccurate, to be honest, all right? It fits. But I mean, that is where the phrase all hat and no cattle comes from, is all the people coming in for making their riches off the oil in Texas, but LARPing or cosplaying as cattle ranchers, you know, going around wearing cowboy boots and hats and all that stuff, not owning any cattle, not being like a rancher at all, but pretending they are.
Which means they're no longer operating under the rule of law.
Like the Texan Dracula, who's not actually a cowboy, even though he played exactly. All right, Jade is arrested. Now what's going to happen? A few days after the shutoff, nothing has been done. There was dissent and outrage from the residents, but the media looked away and the police refused to intervene. You merely adopted the cowboy hat. Batman. I was born in it, molded by it. I said y'all before I even had my first cowboy boots. MK's confidence grows.
They took who? Slow down, dear.
Jade! Those bastards arrested Jade!
Wow, the police do nothing to stop oppression and were happy to enable it before? I'm shocked. Not actually shocked. It happened in broad daylight, in the skate park of all places. There was resistance, a scuffle. A boy was hit in the face with a police baton. He'll never see out of his left eye again. The charges against Jade are read later, at a hearing. Terrorism, public disorder, disturbance of the peace, remanded in custody. Happy tale? Hey, Dueling Long! Ooh, you got a feast of tales. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you're having a good day. Activists, old and young, take to the streets, and anger is boiling over. Silence. Something in my gut tells me this is the right choice. No, concerts. Yeah, because it mentioned earlier that I'm kind of shaping events a little bit to bring about the downfall of MK, and one of them, like the first domino, was setting up Jade being arrested. Time rolls on without me. I chose to remain above the crunching, grinding interactions of cause and effect. I watch fate slide its pieces across the board and do nothing. But it is inaction laced with intent. I trust to fate. I watch the future unfold. It's shooting the billiard blind, knowing that it is going to ricochet and bounce off the unseen balls of fate. Okay, hopefully it clears those, because I really hate when notifications stick around like that. Resisting the urge to overcorrect. Exactly. The entire island of Atina feels the effects of MK's actions. Some more than others, and it caused problems for MK too. But the message came through loud and clear. MK is Atina. Without services, without networks, without support, Alma starts to wither on the vine. Until the proletariat rise up and seize the means of power from the bourgeoisie, because they are the ones with the power, not the corporate overlord. Children go to bed cold and hungry. The adults fear for the future. Day after day, people rush to the beach en masse. The rolling waves have become the only way to stay clean and sanitary. Oh, that sucks. As someone who had a period of time without water, and basically had to use a lake to bathe, and it was not a good lake. That just is fucking rough. OCD window. Exactly, Albrecht. Sergal. And I hope you have a great time foraging, Saris. Thanks for stopping on by. I hope you have a wonderful evening, rejuvenating eat, and a great rest of your day. Hydrate. Very well, Wen. Oh, thank you for your boobs. I like how the music, where it was very energetic before, it's kind of slowed down now. It's not as frenetic. It's a little more... feels like it's a little more floaty. The smell wafts through the streets. Decay. Like it's simmering. Fuel to the fire. Consumerism truly is a rigged game. It's the oldest trick in the book. Create the problem, present the solution. Be the villain, to become the hero. MK starts handing out vouchers, free accommodations and hot showers, food and shelter. Company towns! The people flock to these new powerhouses. Some end up temporarily barracked in the very apartments they were evicted from. But even so, pro-MK sentiments grow bit by bit.
The group of prescients just left.
Please don't tell me they...
There's a new temporary accommodation centre over at the old cinema. Hot food, beds, heat.
Damn. Of all people, they should know better. They should have seen.
They're literally prescient!
They have.
A bit.
They don't care. They know we can't provide. Maybe they thought they were doing us a favor, reducing the mouths we have to feed.
It's hard to look a gift horse in the mouth, and it's the only thing standing between your children and starvation. The aspirations look over the situation with concern. I'm also sad, because it did not clear the notifications. The giant X one did, though. Oh, wait. Yes, it did. New ones. All right, so we click all those. Click that. Okay, we can go left or right. I freed Glory without chaos tricking the aspirations. You entered Glory's sanctuary with... But I'm annoyed. This happened again. Man, I want to go with the people dream of revolt. Man, come on. Oh, I thought that said shanking MK. I'm like, all right, I don't know how you shanked a corporation, but I'm open to learning. Oh, but we're gonna get unnatural change. Interesting. So it doesn't matter. Dreams of care. Bliss and Bond meet to discuss the suffering. They embrace and talk for hours. Eventually, they come together in agreement. They will send pleasant dreams to the population. Islands of calm amid the storm. A sense of peace falls across Alma, taut and fragile, but there. The people are still downtrodden, but at least now they awake each morning refreshed. Dreams of justice. Truth and Bond are especially affected. They meet, discuss the situation, and form an accord to send the people dreams of justice, stories of right and wrong, islands of clarity amid the storm. People awake refreshed and reinvigorated. They're still downtrodden, but now they arise each morning with a sense of purpose. To win the game, you must kill me, John Corporation. Ugh. Dreams of ego. Glory and chaos will help people stand tall and proud. Panicking, MK introduces sloppily written identification requirements. The police begin random spot checks, stopping people at will. The island's activists become nocturnal animals, only leaving their homes at night. From here, Pyramid. Glory scoffs at such measures. Soon, Chaos joins in the ridicule. Together, they send dreams of ego, stardom, and pride. The people hold themselves a little taller after that, their shoulders set with confidence. MK will consider negotiating. Ha! They may be open to negotiation, but I'm tearing their mound. The aspirations continue to observe the situation with a growing concern. Eventually, something snaps. Perhaps it was the rationing of water and the cancellation of the regular aid shipments. Or the police raid gone wrong, the body bags stacked in the street. Either way, the aspirations of Reverie chose to act. Together. When night falls, the MK ruling class dreams of negotiation. The CEO sees his name in the papers as the Great Reunifier. The CFO sees profits soar as the company rebuilds the island. Each morning, they wake a little more open to hearing the voices of dissent. But that's not what they will get. All is lost. It doesn't look good. The tide is turning against the people. Whether through fear or suffering or both, MK remains ahead. Their stocks, recently at an all-time low, rally. Investor meetings end with smiles and handshakes. Alma remains off-net. No journalists visit. No stories are posted. Feelings of hope and determination fade. The world appears to move on. But there's glimmers of hope. Fire can be tamed, but it won't be extinguished. I couldn't have planned this for it to be this relevant, but oof. So this came out in mid-2023. So I would say it is pretty intentionally recent event-y, in my opinion. It feels kind of the point. Capital V, capital point. Just as the glimmer of hope appears to sputter and die, a cinder catches. A newborn glow of possibility pulses faintly in the dark. Fragile, vulnerable, but there. Did I do this? Did I inspire this eucatastrophe? Was it the aspirations working as they promised? Or was it the simplest explanation? Pure dumb luck. A topical tropical even. A natural change. MK's grip on Atina is weakening. Everything feels different. I do too. Just like I wish these notifications would feel the need to fuck off. A change settles over the island, though no one can say where it came from. Monoconzern loses its grasp. Restrictions are lifted. Networks reestablished. The residents of Alma react with confusion as a battle they didn't know they were fighting ends in apparent victory.
Makes no sense.
Everything that's happened, it has to have had an effect on their bottom line. Maybe that's why.
No, Ursula's right. They don't think like that short term. This doesn't make sense. At all. But whatever the reason is, we should be thanking our lucky stars.
Monoconzern retreats, its presence still casting a shadow over the island, but its actions slow and stop. A new tomorrow. What will it have in store? Across Atina, the air clears. Breaths are drawn of relief and sadness both. The skies are clear, the streets free of security personnel. For a while, there is joy. Parties puncture the night silence, cries of happiness and passion, and tears over those who were lost. Jade and Nora confess their love. Aww. Ursula sits alone with two glasses. She taps her drink against the other and thinks of the man she has lost. Omar takes stock, counting up the precise number of priceless manuscripts destroyed by needless discord. Yana is Yana. They party and plan, never stopping for rest. But then reality returns. MK is, for all intents and purposes, gone. So what happens next? The hand that fed. MK being gone won't solve every problem. The news is bad.
No, I'm serious. There's nothing left.
Well, there must be something. Don't supermarkets have I don't know, reserve stock or something?
No, definitely not. That's what the supply chain was for. You know, the supply chain that just collapsed.
Food. Energy. Organized shelter. MK left a gaping hole at the center of Atina. And until something, government, charities, NGOs, arrive to fill it, there's not much left. Ooh. Bond didn't help me find chaos. Okay, so this is interesting. This was like one of the earliest choices in the game. Damn. Finally coming back. For the people, by the people. The future will be built together. The loss of MK feels like a weight lifting from the shoulders of every inhabitant of the island. The loss of control feels beneficial somehow, freeing. Everyone pulls towards the same goal without thinking about ego. There are meetings where everyone's opinion is treated as sacrosanct. Everyone gets to say their piece. From consensus, the future of Athena is drawn. The Oxian way? From scratch. I mean, it doesn't matter because we're going in the other, but for flavor, I think we're going with from scratch. Because the problem was, they made the Oracle to avoid the past situation. And continuing with the Oracle way is not how you break the cycle. You need new. I'm going to start over from scratch. So many mistakes were made by the ruling elite. It is decided that there is nothing to salvage from the old ways. Athena's society must be rebuilt from the ground up. The first decree is the banning of overt capitalistic practices. Trade is allowed, but profiteering and greed are cast as social ills. Even discussing them in public is seen as gauche, unpleasant. Fuck yeah. Extend the commune, community together strong. Athena heals, and all pain eventually fades. Time passes. The months roll by, one after another. Wounds heal, but scars remain. Everyone on Athena bears them now, no matter their former allegiances. But there is laughter on the streets again. Simple pleasures are had without fear or guilt. There is growth. You know, until CIA... Yeah, and then you get cooed. New opportunities. Capitalism will always seek a profit. Oh shit, is this literally going to be foreign corporations? Oh fuck. News travels abroad about recent events on Athena. Now, a flock of investors are looking into funding new structures, systems, and infrastructure on the island. New opportunities arise all across Athena in a flurry of activity.
They opened a new store. Did you see?
The one sponsored by the car company? Yeah.
Oh boy, the store. What was it? Sponsored by a car company. What's a? Hold on. Get your Kerchow crackers. Only sold at this store. Yeah, we heard you commies need construction and technology.
We need to be careful. We can't afford to backslide into oppression just because they flash us a golden smile.
True. They've got great bombar though.
Well, shit.
Shit, not the bombo. Damn, they've got us right where they want us. Swirlco, welcome on by. Spherico, yeah. I've been speaking for a while. My tongue is tied. Existential swear. Oh no, existential. I mean, that's kind of a little apropos because we are currently disassociating as a entity that's seemed to merge with the flow of time, and ascending into godhood, some flavor of godhood. Welcome. We're near the end, so I don't know how much longer we're gonna be going. But regardless, I hope you had a great stream. Vietnamese rice noodle dish, sliced beef. Ooh. Oh, that sounds good. That sounds so fucking good. Actually, it's been a while since I've had pho. I should make a note to hit up a pho noodle place next time I'm near one. But Sweary, I don't know how long you were going. If you got a rate and run, that's no problem. But at the very least, I implore you. No! Avoid the exploding cans! Well, grab a different drink from the fridge. One that doesn't explode. You can relax, you know? Stand up, wiggle it out, leave a piss, take a water. You know, do them in whatever order you want. I mean, I can't control you. It's you. Okay, shrimp paste, not my favorite. Not a fan of shrimp. Tend to be very picky on seafood.
Yes, as the can tends to be causing a great bit of brutality over here in this here place. No!
Just realize the scan is not gonna pick up the cans because it's on a different layer. But thank you for the delicious, refreshing Dreki drink. Very insightful night for Zakaya. Talk about coping. Oh, interesting. It's very interesting to come into this then, because I would say we're at a point where, like this game has had a lot of concepts of bonds created in communities, of coming together and resisting, you know, oppression, societies, building things together, doing new things, and solving problems in new ways. It's been a very, very positive game. I think it has a lot of good things to say, and I mean there have been some bad moments, but overall there's been a good bit of positivity. Very apropos talking to Raven. Yeah, I do think so. Unfortunately, I think that we are pretty close. I think this might be like the end, and a bit epilogue-y, I think, these actions that we're going through. So I don't know how much delicious flavor y'all are going to be seeping in, but perhaps it will pique your interest in checking it out yourself, which I would recommend if you like visual novels with great art and interesting decisions and fascinating characters. Let's see. Unity. Athena is living and breathing again. There's a different kind of air in my lungs. Athena is changing. No longer crushed by Monoconzern's punishing grip, power structures shift in favor of equality. No single individual or organization will govern Athena again. To do so would tip the scale too harshly, and thus unbalanced, it would collapse. Some may try. If so, they'll learn. Athena has changed. Each and every community now has a say in the island's decisions. It's a beautiful thing to behold. A set of scales in perfect balance. One of the discussions we had came to the conclusion that for sentient beings, creativity is our greatest tool to inoculate against feelings of existential regret. I definitely agree. I do think, insofar as I think creativity is one of the greatest things we can do. We as in collectively. And I think it's one of the tragedies is a lot of the more, I would say, culturally and socially valuable professions and actions are not as reveled in or well regarded as I think they should be. Things like, you know, the teaching or the arts or things like that, I think are very aspirational and just is really tough sometimes to grapple with. Also, I just see the random bullshit didn't go. Throwing system, are you being a cheeky bugger? You are being a cheeky bugger. Try this again. Ah, I see you're being a crashy bugger. I see. Yep, that'll do it. Hold on, I gotta... Throwing system needs to reinitialize because it decided to just crash. Alright, I haven't really had it crash on startup before. Okay, now it should be connected. Okay, let's do that. Let me refund y'all. And then we'll do a quick test. A free fistful, if you will. Survey says. Yep. All right, everything's working again. At least the throwing stuff's working again. Not everything's working again. That's why some of the things are disabled at the moment. Yeah, so we've got a bunch of slups. We got some slups and some slug cats. Very nice, very nice. Ah! Oh, and another one joins the fray. I see. Well done. Well done. New cycle begins. The time has come. Ooh, are we gonna see how we look as an aspiration? Oh, thank you for the delicious snag. Something has changed. The wind rising from the sea carries hopes and dreams in its ephemeral currents, soothing Alma's scars. In reverie, the air is warm, the red sky shivering as if in anticipation. Every passing moment is punctuated by the echoes of a steady heartbeat. For the first time in what it feels like eons, you take a breath.
It worked. I made...
You saw the many-faceted future and made it your own.
They're here. All of them. Is this real?
You are here with us together. We are real.
Quite the experiment back there. I don't even think I'd have dared do something as batshit as that.
But it worked, didn't it? Look at what she did.
She risked destroying the fabric of reality itself to shape fate to her will. I am impressed, Harmony.
And now? What happens now?
At the very least, you get to see a quick surefit of the aspirations and their beautiful, delectable VAs. You got the Dreki plush. Good grab, good throw.
Now, honey, it's showtime.
The time has come to make my final choice. No more delays, no more indecision. The new heart awaits. The power's like, well, shit, nice work. I mean, he's power. He's happy when that happens. Balance and brittle. Balance and reverie. Born anew. So the world, so above, so shall be, and so shall is. And so it is. Athena saved itself. It faced adversity and, without the help from others, righted itself against the storm. There is a pride there now, an identity that was suffocated under the boot heel of monoconcern. And that pride is all I need to see what's needed. Something new. Something of this place. Change comes to Reverie. Old rivalries darken and fade. Each aspiration is granted a new perspective on their world and the next. Each aspiration looks to the others as equals. Competition is forgotten. Balance reigns in Reverie for the first time in its existence. And then we got tied! We become a drill that will pierce the heavens. I feel the touch of infinity, to see the depths of the cosmos and what it is to know one's place within. Terrifying, humbling, horrific. But the fear passes as my vision, or passes for a vision, swims with starlight. A mandala of connections, a tapestry of interwoven links that bind fate to reality and causality to consequence. They believe in the harmony that believes in them. I feel my concept of what is expand. The future explodes into a web of paths untaken. Time ceases its forward motion, becomes as tranquil as a sea. I have become more than I once was, and also somehow less, as the idea of Holly evaporates amongst the endless stars. Ah, thanks. I mean, I'm always down for a moth boogie. Moths are fantastic. A new aspiration. I believe in myself. Bird impacted herself! No! I open my eyes.
She is here.
Reverie feels different now. Less like a place, and more an extension of my own self. The other aspirations are gathered around the heart, and I see streams of light connecting them to each other. To me.
Harmony. Welcome.
Oops, all OJ! Sunny D! It's the power of the sun. I smile, and the gathered figures burst into celebration. Bliss charges towards me, wrapping her skinny arms around my waist. Power claps his mighty hands together in a thunderous cacophony of applause. Bond touches me on the shoulder, and I feel an inner warmth like never before. Truth simply nods, a grin on their lips. Flashbulbs pop and flash as glory bows dramatically. Chaos runs screaming around the heart, laughing hysterically, followed by a manic pack of Daotians. Wait, where did he get Daotians?
I'm harmony.
Ooh, Codex updated.
I'm equilibrium. Peace. I have arrived.
Wait, did our eye color change? Or was it always blue when we were in here? Shit. I think it's always been blue when we were in here. Alright, I'm not crazy. I reach into the heart, and I am everywhere and nowhere all at once. Reverie is me, and I am Reverie. I am the heart, and I shall guide this world towards balance. Okay, before we end the chapter, because I don't know if it's going to go to credits, we got to check the codex. Stories tell of the other aspirations, including one born of humankind. An oracle is destined to transcend their role, bringing harmony to Reverie. The birth of a new aspiration has long been the source of endless rumors in Reverie, but the tale of harmony might be the closest thing to something intangible. Every time a new oracle appears, we refer to them as harmony, in the hope that this dream will come true. So far, a new aspiration has eluded us, but we believe this harmony could bring a new era to Reverie. Interesting, we have this white and gold cloak. Aw, do we not have Harmony's sanctuary? Or is Harmony's quote-unquote sanctuary brittle? Because we are a human who transcended. So perhaps we're the only aspiration that can physically manifest on brittle because of our tie to it. Ooh, that would be interesting. Especially for immortal, because then, you know, things get a little bit awkward. I see you were born 300 years ago. Where I belong. Make Harmony the new heart of Reverie. Ooh. Oh, that's so cool! Oh. Oh, man.
The world seems much simpler now. The connective lines of causality dance before me like willing supplicants, showing me the effect before the cause.
Kind of sounds like Harmony's sanctuary is all of Reverie, all of humanity's dreams.
Many I loved behind, yet I feel no pain.
Oh, so we don't have an anchor on Brittle. Okay, so maybe I'm wrong.
I can see them, learning from their mistakes, some growing from their suffering, all celebrating their victories. On the tip of my tongue, waves of powerful emotions, each with its own flavor. Nora, Omar, Ursula, Yana. These beloved characters exist in my mind, drawn and cosplayed by my heart and the million souls within it. On the shores of Atina, many believed that Polly was lost. Nothing could be further from the truth. I was not lost. Harmony was found. And I know you will carry this name like a flame, as long as my age lives and shines.
Don't Nod Studios. Two out of 2 Don't Nod games played. Both of them. Bangers. Knocking it out of the park. Oh, what a beautiful game. Oh, man. I don't know if I want to just speed through, because there's a couple actions I really wanted to see what would happen. I don't know how much they would change things. I feel like the ending... I don't know. I think it was definitely a Harmony-specific ending, because with the necklace going into the heart to make it us. But I don't know how it would look. I'm curious of how the endings look, depending on which of the aspirations we go with. Hello, this is Dreki of the post-production. Thank you for watching or listening to this series, whether it was background noise while you worked, experiencing a game vicariously, or you just like my thoughts and reactions. Feel free to leave a question, comment, or suggestion of a similar game if I haven't played it. I stream on Twitch as Dreki Ormer if you wish to see things live and unedited. Regardless, have a great rest of your time zone, and I appreciate the time we shared. Bye!